This is a sample VRLA battery which I found in my almirah. This I had salvaged from an emergency light. This is a lower voltage and lower ampere hour, just 6 volt and 4.5 ampere hour. Obviously, I cannot use it for my HF radio. Maybe I'll be able to use it for a VHF handy on a portable base operation, and not like usually when you take the handy out and operate. This is not suitable. You have to have a battery in that, or a battery case with AA batteries inside. So this is a VRLA battery. I'll read the instructions. There are a lot of instructions given here. That is constant voltage charge cycle use. That is 7.25. This is a 6 volt battery. 7.25 to 7.45 voltage, 25 degrees centigrade. That is the rating. And initial current should be less than 1.35 ampere. That is charge current. For standby mode, you have 6.75 to 6.90 volt. And there are a few cautions. For VRLA batteries, unlike the usual flooded lead acid batteries, you have certain cautions. The difference basically is VRLA is wall regulated. The gases which are produced inside are kept there itself, and they recombine with the help of a catalyst. The lead plates in VRLA batteries have additional calcium as a catalyst, which help combination of the gases. Basic chemistry of lead acid battery is that when lead reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, hydrogen is produced. So this hydrogen is vented out in usual flooded lead acid batteries, and it comes as gases, and along with that some sulfuric acid fumes also might come. That's why you have a smell in a closed room if you keep a usual flooded lead acid battery. I do have this problem with my inverter, where I am using tubular flooded lead acid batteries because they are less costly than this sealed lead acid batteries. These so-called sealed maintenance-free lead acid battery. These are called sealed lead acid batteries also, and sometimes SMF, sealed maintenance-free batteries, because in usual flooded lead acid batteries, as the vent gives out gases, along with that there is some evaporation of water, and the level of electrolyte comes down frequently in a standard flooded lead acid battery. So you are supposed to monitor both the specific gravity. You will have some specific gravity meters on top of standard tubular inverter batteries which you use at home, and you can see the specific gravity and water level in that. And you have to add distilled water at fixed intervals so that the battery does not go dry up. There are certain cautions printed on this in case you are using these batteries. Some are precautions for yourself and some are precautions for the battery. I'll read out. One is do not charge in a gas tight container. That is because even though this is sealed battery, there is a wall regulated mechanism I told you. In case there is a higher gas buildup inside, usually the gas buildup is taken care of by recombining during the charge cycle, so that there is no loss of electrolyte containing water. But occasionally, in case of overcharge or some other reason, the gas buildup can occur in this sealed battery also. And then the valve will open, the safety valve, the so-called valve regulated battery. The safety valve in that lead cells will open and gas will be let out. So if you charge in a gas tight container, naturally that is not good for the safety part of it. Then do not overcharge. That's important for this batteries. because if you overcharge, there is a chance that water also gets electrolyzed. Whatever little water is there inside gets electrolyzed, and electrolyzed water will release hydrogen and oxygen. So gases can pent up inside, which is a small risk of explosion. Then, like any other battery, this should not be incinerated or thrown into the fire. And naturally, you should not put it into the recycle bin also. It should be disposed separately. And suppose somehow you break this battery and your hands are contaminated, then you have to immediately wash with water so that the sulfuric acid within it is washed away and does not cause harm to your skin. This is another sealed lead acid battery of higher voltage. This is a 12 volt battery but of lesser capacity. It is clearly written as sealed lead acid battery, and the precaution of do not short circuit is mentioned here also, because when you short circuit, the chemical reactions sometimes have irreversible damage to the battery. So any battery you have to be very cautious about short circuiting. This is still another one which I had salvaged from a toy motor car at home after it has served its real purpose. And this is also a sealed lead acid battery or VRLA. So how does this VRLA batteries work? In standard flooded lead acid batteries, which all of us use in our motor car, inverters, and many other applications, are the two lead plates are immersed in dilute sulfuric acid. But in these batteries like this, it is not so. You see, I can place this in any orientation, whatever way you want in your equipment. VRLA batteries are standard part of online UPS, usual UPS. You can mount it in any orientation like this or this, because there is no risk of spill of liquid from this. If you mount in the fashion like this, the standard lead acid, flooded lead acid batteries, there is risk of leakage of electrolyte from that. That does not occur with VRLA batteries, as there is no vent for the gases to escape in this. There are two types of VRLA batteries. One in which the electrolyte is held in a gel form, that is gel type of batteries. Silica is added to dilute sulfuric acid so that it forms an amorphous gel. That is one type of sealed lead acid batteries or VRLA batteries. Another type, fiberglass is woven into fibers, that is a mat-like thing. Fiberglass is woven into a mat-like thing so that between the fibers it can hold the electrolyte solution, and they are known as amorphous glass mat, AGM type of sealed lead acid batteries. Both have their own advantages and disadvantages. I already told you that because there is no liquid inside, this can be mounted in any orientation. So that's an advantage for certain types of vehicles which are likely to have more vibration, like if you're going for off-roading, then there's an advantage. So some of the higher end car manufacturers or motorbike manufacturers use this type of VRLA batteries in their vehicles to give that movement stability, not the physical stability. That also is there in some of the electronically stability controlled vehicles. Also, this is being used. In such situations, advantage of VRLA battery is that weight is lesser. You don't have a liquid electrolyte over there, so the weight is lesser, and naturally it cuts down the weight of the vehicle also. So some higher end vehicle manufacturers use sealed lead acid batteries instead of standard lead acid batteries. From the point of the amateur radio operators, sealed lead acid batteries or SMF are a bit more costlier than flooded lead acid batteries, but they are less costlier than the newer varieties like lithium ion and lithium iron phosphate batteries. The usual charge cycles, that is these batteries can have from 500 to 1000 charge cycles, and number of charge cycles is possible will also depend on the care you use. In fact, when I called a local supplier of VRLA batteries, he specifically told me that unless you are using a proper voltage regulated charging system, they will not give you warranty. Why? Because if you charge with some type of charger and end up damaging the battery, then they are not ready to give warranty coverage for VRLA batteries. So charging mechanism should be careful. Unlike all the batteries, charging should be careful. There is a hazard even if you charge a lead acid battery, usual lead acid battery, flooded lead acid battery. Overcharging is not good for you. But in this case, they are specifically mentioning that charging mechanism, they will come and inspect, and this has an on-site warranty, so that if you misuse this battery, you will lose the warranty also. The sample VRLA battery which I had shown initially has a flip-off cover which can be opened to see 3 cells inside. You may remember that standard lead acid battery cell has a voltage of 2 volts. So a 6 volts battery needs 3 cells in series. This 6 volt VRLA battery has exactly that. 3 cells, and you can see 3 blue caps of the 3 cells here. You can see that everything is quite dry and there is no escape of liquid from the regions of the caps.